These tools exist and they're great for acceleration. My opinion is to prototype early on before having a beta version of a product that's actually there that your user can interact with. Personally, I call it like the Wizard of Oz philosophy. I don't know if you're familiar with the film where Dorothy goes to the land of Oz and there's Great and Mighty Oz, but there's the scene at the end where he is this huge kind of individual. But when you pull behind the curtain, everything is just smoke and mirrors and for show. That's the philosophy of prototyping I subscribe to. When we think about prototyping, we're trying to validate our hypotheses. We're creating design. In the early stages, we have our hypothesis. This will be valuable to the user. This is what they want to do at each stage, and this is how we can go about doing that in as frictionless a way as possible for them. So I really believe that we should be sharing prototypes with users extremely early as wireframes where we can help to illustrate the concept. They still need to use their imagination. I feel that is much more valuable than waiting till we have something that's fairly polished, final products that you're talking about no code solutions. So obviously there's no code in them, but there's still a great deal of UI work, of having polished interfaces, smooth interactions and transitions, which can be great at the end before we actually go ahead and implement something. But I feel we should have stages, a ramp up, and keep things simple. I call it guerrilla prototyping, taking what we have, like video content if we need it to put it in, and using quick tools to create this illusion, to throw it in front of users and get that feedback. That feedback is what's important. In some cases, we need complex prototypes. A lot of new solutions, like no code solutions, are fantastic because it saves a lot of time. But I think a tool is just there to be used. I don't think it's going to really revolutionize how we prototype. It's more about the ideas, concepts, and validating them. The fundamentals are still the same. At the moment at Door 3, we're quite fans of Webflow, although we are not hugely using this at the moment. It's something that we're researching at the moment. We're also like trying to evaluate it internally and weigh up the pros and cons about this. But traditionally at Door 3, we design and develop digital products. So we do a lot of very bespoke design work. We have our own development teams. We work very, very closely with them as designers and developers. So we are not skeptical or afraid of code in any way. We embrace it. And we can do fantastic things with code, and this can give us like truly bespoke solutions. And that's what we're interested in actually is giving exactly what's needed for the client, regardless of what kind of platform that is. Like we are agnostic to this, and it's about giving the right solution and being able to provide that rather than being constrained to the limitations of particular tools that we might use.